Hello, fight fans. Mauro Ranallo along with El Guapo Boss Rutan, welcoming you to Japan's Saitama Super Arena, where tonight the #1 mixed martial arts organization in the world, Pride Fighting Championships, rings in the new year with a very special show. We're calling it Shockwave 2003.
Yes, and you know why we're calling it Shockwave? Because the outcomes of the fights will leave a shock in the year 2004.
And Pride FC has brought together the world's best fighters, boss.
And I'm so happy that you say the world's best fighters, because we do have the best fighters in the world. Now, let's just educate the people at home a little bit about what a fighter is. Sometimes you will hear a boxer, once he won the title, he says, I'm the best fighter in the world. No, you're not. You're the best boxer in the world. The same with a Thai boxer. I'm the best fighter in the world. No. You're the best Thai boxer in the world. The fighter is the person who has it all. It's the one who can box, who can Thai box, who can do submissions, judo, jiu-jitsu, wrestling, all these skills together. If you have all these skills, that will make you a fighter. And like I said before, in the Pride Fighting Championships, we have the best fighters in the world.
And Pride Fighting Championships Shockwave 2003 comprises an all-star lineup, boss, including the most anticipated rematch in MMA history.
Oh, yes, and I know what match he's talking about. Hidehiko Yoshida is going to face, again, Royce Gracie. And in the last time they fought, well, let's just say that the outcome was a little controversial.
No, I did not. I did not that. You know that.
Gracie Yoshida 2 here at Shockwave 2003. I can tell you this much. Pride FC is ensured that the score will be settled once and for all.
Also tonight, we have a legend in the sport hanging up his gloves. I'm sorry to say, because I really like him. Tonight, Big Daddy Goodrich is going to retire after his match, and this is going to be a tough match because he's going to face Don the Predator Fry.
Fry, Goodrich, it's going to be an emotionally charged tilt. What do you think?
I'm thinking about drinking a couple of beers right now. Actually.
No, I'm talking about the match between the Gatekeeper and the Predator, boss.
Sorry. Let's just say this is not going to be a boring match.
Well, Fry has already beaten Goodrich on 2 different occasions. It would be fitting, perhaps, for Goodrich on his final match, third time the charm. Maybe.
You never know.
You never know. But we know this much, that New Zealand's own Ronnie Sifo will be making his MMA debut here at Shockwave 2003 when he goes through the ropes to take on Japanese veteran Kiyoshi Tamura.
So buckle up, ladies and gentlemen, because here we come, the Pride Fighting Championships Shockwave.
And Boss Rutan, for the very first time ever, Pride Fighting Championships is live on pay-per-view in New Zealand.
Yes, it is. The famous Seafood Brothers we have there. A bunch of good fighters. And look at this show. Woo! Here we go again, ladies and gentlemen.
It is New Year's Eve, and inside the Saitama Super Arena, it is already reminiscent of Times Square as the parade of fighters has begun. Quinton Rampage Jackson, who will be taking on IKUHISA, the Punk MINOWA, has just been introduced.
And that's going to be the first match of the evening. So everybody, sit tight, don't go anywhere. This is going to be the first match.
And there he is, boss, the tallest competitor ever in Pride FC, 7 feet, 2 inches tall, giant SILVA.
Unbelievable, huge.
His opponent will be the destroyer, Heath Herring. And there is MURILO Ninja Hua.
Oh, the machine. He is like an Energizer bunny, this guy, unstoppable, and he doesn't stop.
Hua will be taking on AKIRA SHOJI, the conscience of Pride FC, who has appeared in more Pride events than any other fighter.
Yeah, what can we say? Royce Gracie, ladies and gentlemen, the legend.
A Hall of Famer, a man who put Gracie Jiu-Jitsu on the map. Royce Gracie looking to avenge what happened to him at the hands of this man, the king of judo, 1992 Olympic gold medalist, Hidehiko Yoshida. Boss Rutan from top to bottom as we take a look outside the Saitama Super Arena. Don the Predator Fry, a very popular fighter here in Japan. He'll be facing in his retirement bout Big Daddy Gary Goodrich.
Yeah, and what a match that is going to be. I already told everybody. I mean, look at this. And the audience, they love Big Daddy too. This could be the fight of the night.
He was known as the Pride FC gatekeeper. If you wanted to prove yourself in this proving ground, you had to go through Big Daddy. Taking this fight on short notice, replacing Ryan Gracie, Daniel Gracie will be going in to the Pride FC ring, taking on that man right there, Wataru Sakata.
The 8th match.
Can you feel the electricity, boss? Rutan.
Oh yes, I can feel it. And look at there, the Zen machine. Mario Sperry from Brazilian top team.
Also making his long-awaited debut here in Pride FC, the very talented Yuki Kondo. And for our fans in New Zealand watching on pay-per-view, here he is, Ronnie Sifo, the younger brother of kickboxing great Ray Sifo.
Oh yeah. And he's going to face Kiyoshi Tamura. And that is going to be a slugfest. You watch. Tamura better take it right to the ground.
Shockwave 2003 will also feature the brother of interim Pride heavyweight champion, Antonio Hokerio Nogueira, and he will be facing Japanese legend. Listen to the ovation for Kazushi Sakuraba.
I'm here with Quinton Rampage Jackson. Quinton, Quinton. Wait a minute. Oh, there you are. You're wearing camo. I couldn't see you. Yeah. Wait a minute. I smell chicken. What are you guys eating here? Is this your corner? You guys got chicken in the dressing room?
Hey, man, why you eating my chicken?
You gotta eat chicken before a fight. It's fried chicken.
That's my chicken.
How's it hanging, man? How you doing?
Hey, they hanging pretty good. I shaved them up last night. But that's not right for TV, so we're going to change the subject.
No, you can say this. It's Quinton Rampage Jackson. He can pretty much say whatever he wants. Okay, MINOWA. What do you know about him?
You talking about manure?
Yo, MINOWA.
Manure.
Okay, whatever you say, homie.
Yeah. I thought his name was Manure. When they told me I read it said Manure, I thought he was the shit. Nah, you know, he's a shit, man. You know, he fight like me. I see him pick motherfuckers up and slam him and shit.
Oh, so you mean it good? In a good way, he's a good fighter.
Yeah, his name is Manure, and he's a shit.
That's what it means. He means the shit. That means it's a good fighter. Picking up people, slamming them down,
like
rampage style.
Rampage style. He's the shit.
So what are you gonna do? You're gonna box him out, out. What are you gonna do? I'm gonna check. So you make it long,
Okay, this is what I'm gonna do. First, I'm gonna walk to the ring, then I'm gonna get in there, and then I'll probably start throwing some punches. Then I'll probably use a foot or a knee, but I can't use elbows or headbutts, so I gotta think of other tactics. So then maybe, I don't know if I wanna slam this time, so I might, do some combos, or let's see how I go. I'm kind of fat. My cardio might not be as good as this time, so after I hit him a few times, I'm gonna take like 30-second breaks. You know, hit him, take a breather.
New rules.
Yeah, new rules. It's Rampage rules. Hit him hard, then take breaks. That's what I'm gonna do. Man, you fucking that chicken up.
Yes, it's mine. I'm tearing it up. I tear every chicken up.
Yeah.
There's no going into that.
Yeah.
Okay, the outcome of the match. What's going to be?
Hopefully they'll be raising my hand tonight, because, you know, shit, I'm the first fighter of the night. You know, I'm gonna go out there and try to excite the crowd and do some naughty things.
本日の第1試合を行います。青コーナーよりクイントン・ランページ・ジャクソン選手の入場です。
El Guapo Boss Rutan, he is one of the most charismatic fighters in the entire mixed martial arts universe. Quinton Rampage Jackson, fresh off of tasting the agony of defeat, or should that be the agony of the knees at the hands of Wanderlei Silva in the finals of the middleweight tournament. Here he is at Shockwave 2003, about to enter the ring to face a youngster making his debut in IKUHISA, the punk MINOWA.
Yes, this is going to be a tough fight. Quinton needs to keep this fight on his feet, like he always does. He has great hands, he's got great speed, he's got good kicks. He escapes pretty much every submission. It's going to be a hell of a fight, but I gotta get with this one to Quinton. Hey, but don't underestimate MINOWA, because he's been training with the Brazilian top team, and boy, those guys are really good.
He is the loquacious one of Pride FC. Quinton Rampage Jackson in this bout will pit the powerful wrestling and striking ability of Jackson against the submission skills of the veteran MINOWA. He's coming to the ring calm, cool, and collected with his trademark chain around his neck. You see, following up the rear boss, Colin Oyama and the rest of his team.
Yeah, they're all in the camo outfit. That's the new Team Oyama outfit. And like we saw in the interview, I almost couldn't see him. He was in the stealth mode. But that was because he was wearing camo.
And you know what, for Jackson, boss, it's all about the Benjamins, but he knows for it to be about the Benjamins, it's got to be about the belt. And he wants a rematch with Wanderlei Silva. The sooner, the better.
Oh yes, and he deserves it. I mean, credit to Wanderlei Silva. He was unbelievable in the last event. But I mean, all my heart and everything goes out to Quinton Jackson too. I mean, he didn't stop fighting after like 16 full knees. It was the referee that had to stop the fight. He refused to go down. And
what a tournament it was for Jackson. He defeated MURILO Bustamante and Chuck the Iceman Liddell en route to that tournament final against the great Wanderlei Silva, the current Pride middleweight champion, and Quinton Rampage Jackson, the native of Memphis, Tennessee, the home of the king of rock and roll. In Pride FC, he's the king of the slam.
Well said, my friend. Very well said. And where's the hole? We didn't see Quinton's hole yet. Howl, actually.
Seems very focused, making his way past the broadcast area here in the Saitama Super Arena. The opening bout of Pride FC Shockwave 2003, and again from top to bottom, it is an all-star lineup, and you know it has to be in order for Quinton Rampage Jackson to be the curtain raiser.
Yes, he needs to win this fight. That's one thing for sure. It would be good if he would win it easy, to bring him right back into the game and then go for that rematch in the next year against nobody else than Wanderlei Silva.
アコナ185センチ95キロクリントン・ランページ・ジャクソン
And there you see Rampage Quinton Jackson, 6 feet 1 inches tall. Tipping the scales at just over 200 pounds and making his debut, Boss Rutan, the veteran of both Pancrase and the UFC, now here in Pride FC. IKUHISA the Punk Minowa, 5'7", 185 pounds. And is he ready to make his debut or what?
Oh, yes, he was. Because what the people didn't see at home, I think he did the 100-meter dash. He was running so fast to the ring. He wanted to be in this ring and he wanted to fight. He wants to fight, I have to say.
5-5. No elbow tuck, upper neck. No headbutting.
Here we have Yuji, and what is his last name? Shimada.
3-5. Okay? Second.
Shake hands. Actually, it was a shake knuckle.
All right, they both possess similar styles. Rampage Jackson, the Punk Minowa. The opening bout of Pride FC's Shockwave 2003.
Ready, go!
Now, what to expect? That's
Nice
what I
leg
expected.
shot by Minowa. Jackson with post up right away,
He's got
looking
the
for the
underhook.
inside
He's got
trip.
a perfect underhook, but now he's got the inside trip. Oh, but Jackson gets on top right away. Mount
the full
position.
mount.
And that is bad because Quinton Jackson in the mount position, we saw what he did with Kevin Randleman. He will push himself away with a crossface, watch, create some distance, and then he will slugfest away.
Good job by Minowa now, but Jackson still has his back, trying to get the hooks in. Minowa standing up, showing some of his power.
And now he's going to go for the takedown. The slam.
Beautifully done, right on his head goes Minowa.
Oh, God.
And welcome to Pride Fighting Championships. IKUHISA, the Punk Minowa. Jackson now, open guard by Minowa.
What a begin of a fight. Huh? What a begin of an evening. Good body shots here. You see those body shots, they actually do have damage later on. Sometimes you see people like tapping, but he is really wailing here.
Well, when you possess the power of Quinton Rampage Jackson, those shots to the ribs will definitely have the desired
Going for an
effect.
armbar. Minowa wants to look for an armbar here, but he doesn't make it because Quinton is perfectly defending it with an elbow, keeping the elbow on the inside of the thigh of Minowa.
Now side control by Jackson now. Oh, and those knees coming down.
Beautiful side mount position here. I think if this comes a little closer to the ropes, the referee, nice, that's a liver, a knee to the liver right there.
Now Minowa trying to power out and now in a guillotine position. No, and that nice knee to the head by Jackson. Back into now.
Half guard.
Butterfly guard there.
Yeah.
Half butterfly.
Half butterfly. He should out. He's walking for a reverse figure four here. So Quinton should watch out. What Minowa also can do is turn him out. This is perfect what Quinton did, getting out of the position because there is nothing that Minowa right now can do with the arm.
He is looking for that key lock, is Minowa, but Quinton Jackson now basing out and just coming in with those right hands. Oh, and that knee right to the head by Jackson. So Jackson doing a good job, and now Minowa back on his feet. The crowd responding, and Minowa now going for the guillotine, upright guard position. We saw Jackson in this position with SILVA, where he was able to escape, and he does so once again, boss.
And I told you with SILVA, he wasn't in any danger. Armbar coming up right here. That's an armbar.
Triangle armbar.
He's going to knee him in the head. But this is the third time or the fourth time in a row that Quinton gets caught with the guillotine, and he escaped every
And
time.
another knee.
Beautiful knee. That one, I think that one hurt.
Into the closed guard of Minowa now. What does Minowa have to do from this position, boss? He knows what kind of power Jackson possesses. Are you satisfied thus far with the defense of Minowa?
No, I am not. Minowa is looking for an armbar, though. He's looking for submissions all the time. But Quinton is a master staying away. Look, he's going to pass his arm. He's going to go for a triangle. Oh, no. Now Quinton is back with his arm. But you see, he's looking for submissions. Like I said, he's been training with the Brazilian top team. So they're going from one submission to the other submission.
Definitely has been training with the Brazilian top team. Learning the art of jiu-jitsu. But when you have a seasoned veteran like Quinton Rampage Jackson, a man who came oh so close to winning final conflict, the middleweight tournament. Jackson knows that he has that belt in his sights, wants to close out the year with a resounding victory here at Shockwave 2003, and thus far has controlled Minowa.
Yeah, so what you see doing here is from a half guard, he escapes from a full guard to a half guard, and he wants to go to remount, and otherwise side mount. Now he's on the other side of the half guard, but this is a very good position for Quinton Jackson. Look at this.
Two thunderous knees by Jackson.
What a power, what a powerful knee.
And credit Minowa for absorbing the punishment. Oh, that one caught him flush in the face.
Good shots here.
Jackson doing a good job of mixing up his offense, going from hands to knees and wearing down IKUHISA Minowa in his debut here at Shockwave 2003.
Yeah, Minowa really should try to reverse here, Jackson, because otherwise, like now, he should explode to the left.
What's he going to do to sweep
now,
Jackson?
No, he could have turned to the left, but now Jackson, he's got the full mount. Look from here like no, he doesn't. He doesn't. Now I can see it from a different camera angle, actually my angle. And he's back into that half guard. Quinton really tries to escape this half guard because once he's in side mount, he will weigh those knees again down.
We're halfway through round number one here, the opening bout between Quinton Rampage Jackson, and now he's going for a leg lock. Minowa's got the leg. Jackson trying to step out. No danger right now, really, and Jackson is able to avoid that leg lock submission attempt by Minowa. Minowa now in the butt scoop position.
I think
and Jackson wants to bring it up.
Stand it up. That's it.
And good job there. And now Jackson and Minowa. Jackson with a left jab. Possibly trying to set up a shot, maybe at another Quinton Jackson trademark slam. Minowa now goes for the shot. Nice sprawl there by
now
Jackson.
Now he's got the side mount. This is Quinton Jackson. He should throw left knees to the body right now. Left knees to the body. Ooh, you see he defended it with his knee, but if that's an impact, it's going to be over, trust me.
Side knee to his head.
That's why you're El Guapo, Boss Rutan, the best analyst in the business, calling it as he sees it. And Quinton Jackson continues to dominate Minowa in round number one.
Side knee again over his arm.
And again, nice. Oh, that was a hard knee. And again, he should go for the body now, mix it up. Knee to the body, knee to the head. He's punching
again, doing a great job of mixing up the knees and the punches is Jackson, though. Really scoring well here in round number one. And again, Pride FC does not score by the rounds. It is the total of the entire fight. But thus far, Quinton Rampage Jackson is teaching Minowa a lesson in his debut.
And watch out now, because now he passed.
North-south position.
It's going to be dangerous for Minowa.
Side control, and if he goes to the north-south position, he'll have free reign on those knees, and that's almost what he's in here, boss.
Yes, he is. He should throw some left knees also to the body. Mix it up.
Minowa now just wanting to survive this onslaught by Quinton Rampage Jackson, this tactical onslaught. And really give credit to the punk Minowa.
Oh,
now
yes.
This
Look.
Body lock, going for the Kimura. Jackson, another slap.
Beautifully. Quinton is on a roll. He wants to show the world that, hey, the last time it was a lucky hit. I got hit, okay, but here I am.
Minowa looked like he was going for the Kimura. Jackson, exhibiting that brute strength, picked him up, turned him over, slammed him to the canvas.
And they restart the fight at the center of the ring. And again, like I always say, we always say, this is a beautiful rule.
Yes, it is.
For the audience, the spectators here, you know, they can see everything. We've got nice big screens all around the place here also, so they can see everything from every camera angle if they can't see it on the mat.
There's Jackson, though, extending his arm, and that could be dangerous here. Minowa's able to...
Ooh. Wants to go for a right hook there. They thought probably it was an elbow. You see Minowa's looking for submissions for
like
arm bars.
Drop a hammer fist, does another one.
Yeah, I give a lot of credit to Minowa because he took some punishment
And he is still working. He is still working.
We're into the final few minutes, boss, of round number 1. If you're in Minowa's corner, how does he regroup? What does he have to do to change what has transpired thus far? Jackson obviously has the power, obviously has been able to score with the knees and the punches. Is it a case of Jackson being too strong for Minowa?
Yeah, way too strong. He's way too strong.
Oh, now look at this.
That is what
Peppering him with
Minowa
those
should
right
do.
hands.
Exploding up. And he should do it again. He should explode up. He should get away out of this position. This is Quinton Jackson's style. Those are the ones that hurt
And
to
thus
the
far
kidney
being
area.
unable to successfully sweep Jackson thus far.
Oh, he's got perfect balance, and people can say, oh, he is biased, and of course Quinton is a great friend of mine. But hey, what is this showing right here? Right now, total domination.
Total domination.
And
another
a knee.
knee.
And a knee.
Another one. The barrage of knees continue. And maybe Jackson is trying to send a message to the middleweight champion, Vanderlei Silva, who of course won the final of the tournament with the barrage of knees, that's saying, hey, you can use the knees, I can use the knees too, mister.
Yeah, only I'm going to do it on the ground.
That's right.
And there we go again. You see him loading up. Oh, that was a good. And another one. I'm very impressed with Minowa here. I mean, he is still in the game. He is still working. He's defending. But I mean, he can take a shot.
Colin Ayama in Jackson's corner telling Jackson to be patient, Quinton. You're in total control. There's a right hand.
Yeah, Colin is giving him perfect instructions. I can overhear the corner here. Perfect.
Full mount again, and watch out now. Minowa gives him his back.
Now, this is smart for Minowa.
Look like he's going for a rear naked choke, and there is the end of round number 1. A round thoroughly dominated by Quinton Rampage Jackson, but a round where IKUHISA the Punk Minowa has to give himself some credit. A round he survived.
I don't know what is going through his head right now, but I mean...
I bet it's a lot of pain, boss.
There's a lot of pain, and he's thinking, what on earth can I do to win this fight? I can't stop him. Quinton, of course, has to think right now also, my God, this guy can take a shot. So Quinton needs to be in a very good shape and needs to continue fighting like he's doing right now. And then he will win this fight like, well, yeah, easy. Or he wins it by knockout or referee stoppage. By decision, he's going to win it for sure.
Let's take a look at what transpired in round 1 here. Boss, look at this slam.
Beautiful takedown there. Normally, it's a typical Sakuraba move that Minowa put on Quinton, but Quinton just picks him up and slams him down. No chance. Look at here, and here we got the guillotine again, and everybody was talking about it on the internet. Oh, Vanderlei had him, and I told you, he didn't have him. If MURILO Bustamante couldn't finish Quinton with that choke, Minowa can, and someone else can't either.
So it was a story of the brutal strength of Quinton Jackson, a couple of very dynamic slams, the knees, the punches. We saw Minowa try some submission attempts, but unfortunately, no success whatsoever. And heading into round number 2, let's listen in on Quinton Jackson's corner.
Wow, what a beginning of this event. I mean, this has been a slam, bam, wham, bam, thank you, man match. I mean, how many slams did we see?
You know what's funny, boss? I would like to suggest to Minowa to keep it standing, but then with a guy like Quinton Rampage Jackson, that might not be the best advice as well. As a third beautiful slam takedown by Jackson, now in a side control.
Which is exactly the position where he wants to be. Minowa actually threw a really hard right hand to Quinton Jackson's head. And that was a real hard hand, a real right hand. I'm sorry, guys.
I thought it was going to suggest maybe that he might want to try standing it up with Quinton Jackson, but then on the best day, that might not be the best piece of advice for anyone.
No, but I think on his feet, he cannot, he could not win.
Exactly. So he's a submission
artist. Look at that knee.
And we've seen this movie before as round number 2 begins the way round number 1 took place on the mat with Jackson in control.
And he's going to the mount again, knee to the head. Oh.
And it's over. That knee caught him flush in the face. And IKUHISA the Punk Minowa taking exception. Quinton Rampage Jackson, hey man, I'm just doing my job. The bell goes. And at 1 minute and 5 seconds of round number 1 via knockout, Quinton Rampage Jackson knocks out IKUHISA the Punk Minowa. Minowa having a few words with Jackson, but now cooler heads seem to have prevailed. They embrace, and Minowa, I think, is just thoroughly frustrated, wanting to put on a better show in his debut. Unfortunately, he ran into an unstoppable force there in Quinton Rampage Jackson.
Yeah, he just caught that knee so hard, and he had received so many knees in the first round, and Yuji Shimada said, you know what, I'm going to call this because this cannot be healthy for my fighter here. Okay, we got to protect the fighters. It's all about safety, guys. It was not a knockout, but it was just a safety rule because he was going to get slaughtered. We saw it.
So an ejected IKUHISA the Punk Minowa heads back to the dressing room, and he still has a few words for Quinton Rampage Jackson. He is not a very happy fighter. Thoroughly dominated by Rampage Jackson.
Let's watch it.
Here, let's take a look and see how this fight ended.
How hard this is. Boom, right under the jaw. Right underneath the jaw. And you see he turns on his belly a little. He limps. He's going a little limp after. Watch this. A little limp, see? And that's why the referee says, okay, stop. We gotta stop this.
Good stoppage by head official Yuji Shimada.
Oh, look
and
at
there,
that
the
knee.
best angle we have seen thus far of that scintillating shot by Quinton Jackson. And for his New Year's resolution, he wants the middleweight championship. He is well on his way to a rematch with Vanderlei Silva. You know, growing up, one of my favorite stories was Gulliver's Travels, and right now I like to play out one of those scenes. I'm a Lilliputian, and let's introduce you now to Gulliver, everyone. This is Giant Silva, and the operative word being a giant. He is the tallest competitor ever to compete here in Pride Fighting Championships. He is 7 feet 2 inches tall, and tonight he will make his mixed martial arts debut against Heath Herring. Giant Silva, sir. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. So that's the first time in the Pride, and I gotta try to do my best.
Do you have any strategy at all planned for Heath Herring tonight? Would like to share any of your game plan with us?
No, I just wait in the ring, and I just do my best.
May I see your hand, sir, for just a second? Could we just, I just want to see your hand compared to mine.
Heath, did you see the size of that guy's hands?
I just saw his head. It's about this big.
The guy's unbelievable.
Big guy.
He's huge. How do you feel about fighting a giant like that?
I think it's a big circus show. It's a freak show, but we're just gonna go out and do it. It's exciting. David and Goliath, and I'm a 6'4", 250-pound David.
Where's your slingshot?
No, exactly. I need one. It'll be. We'll see. It's another story for the book, I guess, when I get done with everything. I can tell my daughter I fought a real giant. So.
Yeah, we had my fellow commentator. He was interviewing him, and yeah, you know, he's smaller, but he was standing next to him, and every time when he asked a question, he had to do that, and then come back with the microphone. The guy's huge. Yeah. What do you expect of the fight? What do you think he's going to do?
I have absolutely no idea. I imagine he's probably going to run out at me, try to grab a hold of me, and do some type of power bomb or some other pro wrestling move.
A mafia kick.
Yeah, who knows?
Maybe he does a clothesline.
So I need to stay mobile in this fight. I need to try to calm down a little bit. I can't do the typical rush across the ring and fight because that's just going to go right into him. So I need to try to keep my pace down a little bit and try to build up on this fight. Build up, work my way up, do some combinations and things like that.
ジャイアントシルバー
El Wapo Boss Rutten, you've seen everything in the mixed martial arts world. Have you ever seen anyone like Giant Silva?
No, I don't. And you're gonna watch because Heath is a big boy. But watch if they're gonna stand across each other and the referee's gonna pat him down. You watch.
Heath Herring, 6 feet 4 inches tall, 250 pounds in the ring against a man who is now the buzz of the entire MMA world, making his debut, 7 feet 2 inches tall, nearly 500 pounds. Pride FC had to go and make 4 XL gloves for him to compete. Giant Silva, the second bout at Pride FC Shockwave, the tallest competitor ever in Pride Fighting Championships. Heath Herring faces Giant Silva. Herring, of course, a long-time contender for the Pride Heavyweight Championship. In fact, involved in one of the most memorable bouts ever in Pride, taking on Antonio Rodrigo Nogueira at Pride 17, losing via decision, was a long-time top 3 contender. Losses to Fedor Emelianenko and Mirko Krokop put him out of the title picture temporarily. Let's see what transpires here.
That's right. The bigger they are, the harder they fall is the thing that once Muhammad Ali said, and is this going to be the case here too? Oh, look at this, a hammer fist. This is what he should do perfect. Make him tired. He's going to be tired in 5 minutes because he's too big, way too big.
Speaking of Muhammad Ali, a little rope-a-dope, nice, devastating low leg kick, inside leg kick delivered by Crazy Horse Heath Herring.
Yeah, and another one. Oh, he's going to chop him down. If he keeps doing this, he's going to chop him down. Body shots is also good.
Chopping down that sequoia tree known as Giant Silva.
He's got to stay focused. We've seen now that the big giant does have real
you can hear the snap
skills, and Heath is waving his hand. These low kicks are going to hurt. Trust me. And there again. Okay, this is gonna, and he's limping already. I'm telling you, this is gonna be like 6 more of those low kicks, and it's gonna be end of story.
Heath Herring, of course, training with Golden Glory in Holland, with Cor Hammers, the legendary coach of El Guapo Bas Rutten, and Muay Thai legend Ramon Deckers, and Heath Herring doing a good job of bobbing and weaving, having a little fun, doing the El Matador routine now. And there's another kick, and Heath Herring doing exactly what he needs to do here in chopping down the tall tree known as Giant Silva.
Yes, he's doing exactly, and the Giant has problems with his leg already. Hey, ole, that's what the people shoot. Because he's making him tired. This is exactly the game plan, perfect. This is the Heath Herring we know, he's back.
He needed to get refocused, coming off a win over Norihisa Yamamoto at Pride FC Final Conflict. His goal for 2004 to be a part of the next heavyweight Grand Prix tournament. He wants to be put back into the heavyweight title picture. And again, those devastating inside leg kicks are taking their toll on Giant Silva.
Yes, and you know what he should do one time after that devastating left kick? Give him a right straight to the head. Because he's perfectly positioned for it. Watch, if he gives a left kick and then a right straight to the head. Oh, right low kick. He's chopping on both sides now.
You can already see Giant Silva's mouth open, breathing laboriously. Heath Herring doing a beautiful job. But that right hand caught Herring. And Silva did, whether it took it or not, he startled Herring with those 2 lumbering right hands to the back of Herring's head.
I don't know what you call that punch.
I think we'll call it a sledgehammer. We'll call it a sledgehammer, boss.
That's a good word. That's a good word. Oh, nice. Oh, this is cool. This is a good fight.
The fans here loving every minute of it. You can see the visual for yourself. Heath Herring, the tallest David ever at 6 feet 4, taking on the Goliath Giant Silva. And so far, his slingshot has come in the form of those devastating leg kicks.
Yeah, he's jumping away. And hey, I have to say, the Giant can take some leg kicks. Because he can kick.
We're starting to see some discoloring. And there's another inside kick.
Okay, this is the time for Heath to go for a front kick or a body shot because he's getting tired. He starts breathing heavy. He should start hitting the body now or kicking or anything, but go for the body. Headbutt, for Christ's sake. Do the spear. The spear. Run in with your head.
Giant Silva, of course, the background. Oh, but he catches the kick! And a smart move there by Giant Silva, catching the kick, but Herring once again able to slip away. Doing a good job with the kicking of sticking and moving, boss.
Oh yes, he's doing it, but he's got a punch and kick. Not only
Silva missing with that straight right hand. And you remember, on any given day, Boss Rutan, everyone has a chance when you step through the ropes, and especially when you're 7 feet 2 inches tall, nearly 500 pounds.
Yeah. You get one hand landed. Oh, you see, that's it. That's great right low kick. Perfect.
Halfway through round number 1. Many people didn't think it would last this long, Boss Room, but you can see the red, the swelling on the inside of the knee of Giant Silva. Heath Herring trying to chop him down, and now they circle each other.
Yes, that's what the corner is saying. Punch kick. Punch kick, that's what the Dutch corner is saying right now. Punch and then kick.
Punch kick combination might be in order for Crazy Horse Heath Herring.
That was a pretty good reflex there from the Giant, I have to say. He's too slow with the left. He should counter. He should counter that left hand.
He's cut Heath Herring. He has cut him open though, and again.
Nice low kick again.
Giant Silva maybe being deceptive. Kind of looks like he's lumbering around, but again, remember, he possesses power.
Oh yes. No, he's good. Hey, listen, he's actually growing into the fight, I have to say.
And believe me, he is beginning to impress me. And again, that lumbering right hand, that sledgehammer shot, again connects on Heath Herring. And Herring again goes downstairs with that leg kick, but I agree with you, Basroon. Herring should start to mix it up a bit, go to the body, left-right combination, start to wind Giant Silva even more because Silva catches the kick again. Maybe even looking for a vertical suplex there was Giant Silva.
I don't know, but I have a feeling that if the Giant grabs you, he can pretty much do anything with you what he wants. He looks big. Yeah, everybody sees that he's big, but he looks strong too. He should mix it up. Punch and kick. We hear that word here in the Mexican corner, arriba. Arriba, arriba.
Hurry, hurry.
3 minutes, I guess.
And as this fight progresses, Giant Silva begins to earn more and more respect of these very knowledgeable Japanese fans here in Pride FC as he continues to go toe-to-toe with Heath Herring. And while they're not doing much exchanging, Heath Herring continues to remain cautious, doing his sticking and moving. Heath Herring has had the scoring blows, but Giant Silva has managed to connect with some of those devastating sledgehammer shots.
Yeah,
and
like
he's
I said, yes, and like I said, he's actually, his reflexes are improving, it looks like. You know, he gives the right low kick and right away he comes back with the right straight. So he's actually growing into this fight.
But then again, when you've never faced a person of this size, how do you prepare for someone of his size, Boss Rutan?
Yeah, I don't know.
There aren't many 7'2" MMA practitioners out there.
I never saw one. This is the first time I saw it.
Sammy Schilt is what, 7'1", 7
yes. 7'1". Oh, he kicks him.
Now he's responding in kind. You want to play the kicking game? Giant Silva will do the same.
But if he does it one more time, he should counter it with the right straight. And that's exactly what Giant Silva should do also. With those slag kicks, if you take him, might as well counter him with the right straight.
Boss, honestly, are you surprised it's lasted this long?
Yes, I am. And I really have respect for the Giant here because he's going into the fight. And like I said, he can kick. He kicks real hard, and it looks like, oh no, it's going to hurt him.
But
it's hurting him.
But truth be told, Heath Herring is destroying that left leg of Giant Silva, the lead leg of Silva. He is.
Oh, it's going to be over. You see, it's going to be over. The corner is shouting, lead your low kick in with the left straight.
And the lead leg is where you derive your power. And Giant Silva's lead leg is beginning to look like a stained glass window. And Heath Herring now going to work on the other leg.
You know what the worst thing is? They're going to have a minute break. And after that minute, his leg will actually hurt more.
It will hurt more, that's right.
Yeah. See, he's changing positions all the time. That means his leg is really hurting right now. Heath is keeping everything together perfectly, keeps his hands up. Now, oh, good right low kick. Inside leg.
Giant Silva continues to stalk Heath Herring. Herring doing a good job of getting on his bicycle and avoiding him. There's a right by Silva.
I'm really impressed also with the Giant's stamina, actually.
Stamina, yes.
He's doing a real good job.
Well, he was a basketball player in his native Brazil. And ladies and gentlemen, we have gone 10 minutes. Round one is in the books. Giant Silva and Heath Herring here at Pride Putting Championship Shockwave 2003. How did you see that round? Herring scoring with the leg kicks. I think probably scored a little more. Let's actually see what is happening in Heath Herring's corner. Are they surprised?
Yeah, no, one thing for sure is that Heath Herring won this round. Everybody could see that. He has been continuously doing this. I think the Giant's left leg is really hurt. As I can see from here, it looks real bad. Look at that right low kick here. You see he limps right away on it. And I can see here things from what the people can't see at home. But his left leg is looking really bad. He's right here in the corner. He's shaking his leg. He's in pain. Here, got that strange sledgehammer that you call it. And there we go again with the low kick. No, this, I don't see this going one more round.
That was more like a fly swatter, that one.
That was a pitch
swatter.
slapper.
Yeah.
A sledge pitch slapper. I don't have a word for it, but it was an open hand sledgehammer. You guys figure it out at home.
So Heath Herring, they're talking Dutch, you can translate for us?
No,
here it's Portuguese.
They're talking, and then I wish that we could see a shot of what we're seeing right here of the Giant's leg, because his left leg is really looking bad.
Well, for many of the keyboard prophets, they have had to have changed their mind about Giant Silva, because he has definitely earned my respect. He's gone one round, 10 minutes with, again, one of the top heavyweights in the MMA world in Heath Herring.
Yep.
And like you said, his stamina is surprising. And as you mentioned, he seemed to be getting a little more into the fight as it progressed.
Yes, you're absolutely right. But I do think, and again, I said it over and over again, hit that left leg a few more times, and it's going to be the end of the fight. You see he's trying to avoid it already.
I agree with you that his lead leg
It looks real bad. I just saw it from really close, and it looks real bad.
But again, Heath can't get too comfortable, and a man of his experience will not. Herring sticking to his game plan, sticking and moving with those kicks. And again, Herring known for his devastating kicks.
Oh,
Lots
nice
of snap in those.
He's starting to just tear down the other leg. The Giant's hands are on his hips. He's trying left hook to the head, left hook right straight, something like that, out of the blue. Right straight to the body, and then the left hook to the head is a good combination against a taller opponent.
You know, Herring wants to put himself back into the heavyweight title picture. A convincing win here at Shockwave 2003 would help him. So like you say, boss, he should try to mix it up now. Go to the butt. Continues to chop away at the Giant's legs. Silva continues to absorb the punishment.
Yeah, and those are no marshmallows, those kicks. Look, those are hard kicks.
Well, you can hear the snap.
Yeah, and you see the 500-pound muscle body going to the side. I mean, that means that it has impact.
You see, that punch, a punch like that, when it hits, it's 500 pounds behind it, you know? I mean, you have to watch out. And again, I give him a lot of credit. He's still standing.
The technique may not dazzle you, but the power is there.
Yeah, the power and the what everybody wants, the samurai spirit, the heart to fight is there.
And that's what Pride FC is all about, the fighting spirit. Giant Silva said he had it. Pride FC said, we'll give you a shot. And that's why he is here against Heath Herring, and thus far surviving the Heath Herring onslaught.
And that was actually a pretty good right, a short little right that he gave there to Heath Herring's head. Not a lot of impact, but I mean, again, the guy's 500 pounds. You don't want to make any mistakes here. Oh, he's chopping away. Both legs are going to go now.
It's been a total stand-up fight thus far here as we are in round number 2. There's another right.
Yeah, and it's a pretty solid one.
It's a solid
I have to say. It missed, okay.
Right, but you're right. It has a lot of
anger behind it.
Anger behind it. Trying to gauge the distance there was Silva.
Yeah, he should go to the body. Yeah, his
legs
are
there you're
shot.
starting. You can see it there now.
The legs are shot now. Both legs.
But you can't color me impressed, Boss Rudin, by his fighting spirit. Giant Silva, who has weathered the kicking carnage of Heath Herring. And we are talking again about one of the top heavyweights in MMA in Crazy Horse, Heath Herring. He has repeatedly gone downstairs. Giant Silva is still standing, and here we are in round number 2.
Yep, he's doing a great job. Oh, that is smart. See, that's a thing that he should do more. Left kick, right straight, like I said in the beginning. Those are things that are going to connect. You see, if he kicks, he totally blocks the kick with his hand. So what he can do right now is look down and kick him in the head. And he's flexible enough to do it. Even though he's 7'2", he can do it.
And now the Giant continues to hunt him down, starts flailing away on Herring.
Look at that.
A sudden burst, his second win here for Giant Silva. And he has bloodied Heath Herring with those shots. What? In the final minute of round 2.
He's growing into the fight, it looks like.
Well, looks like he did garner a second win there momentarily. And really for Heath Herring, I think you're right, he has to start mixing it up now. He's destroyed the Giant's legs. Now it's time to go for the punch-kick combinations and maybe look for the knockout.
Yep.
And what a knockout that would be.
Yeah, and the Giant has also a giant head, so he should go and hit for it. Everything is big, so you know it's those are easy targets. It's like at a shooting range, but never mind.
Are you happy with what Heath Herring is doing here in round 2, boss?
Heath Herring, hey, listen, he fights a 7'2" monster. I don't know what I would do. I'm happy with what he's doing.
He is doing what he did in round 1. He is winning the fight. There's no doubt about that. But again, are you impressed? He's trying to put himself back into the title picture. Yep. Is he doing enough to convince Pride FC promoters of that?
No, I'm very impressed with the Giant here. He walked back to his corner and he looked at both legs now. He knows his legs are shut, so that's why he keeps moving. You see him in the corner, but he keeps walking. Can he survive 5 more minutes of kicks to the legs? Here we go again. Look at those leg kicks.
Look at the legs of Giant Silva.
Look at this. He escapes everything, turns everything away.
Boss, it appears that Herring may be having problems with his contact lenses. And I don't know if that's creating any kind of difficulty. The corner there, he seemed to be having some difficulty. And I don't know if that was because of some of the shots that he did take from Giant Silva. They are tending to him now.
Listen, man, I lost my contact so many times in the fight that it's really disturbing because one eye is clear and the other eye is not clear. So you don't have depth. You can't, you know, you don't know your range. It's a very strange image that you have. the Giant looks cool. He looks relaxed. Look, he doesn't look tired. I have to say, I'm so impressed with his stamina. It's unbelievable. And there we have Heath, and of course Heath is totally not tired, because I know the training regime that he goes through. And trust me, that's a very tough training regime. Now, last round, last final round, 5 minutes. Who's going to finish it the strongest?
It is the second bout of Pride FC Shockwave 2003, and something tells me that Giant Silva has shocked a lot of people thus far. And now Giant Silva has got the guillotine attempt on Heath Herring. Giant Silva is on top of Heath Herring. Herring is trying his best to escape up Boss Ruben.
Yeah, but you know what? He is so big that Heath Herring can escape the back door right now. Even Heath Herring can turn to the right now. If he wants, he explodes to the right, he can turn him on his back.
There you
go, the escaping
good job by Heath Herring. Now he's got his back. But Silva, and now there's a rear naked choke, and he taps out. And Heath Herring has recorded the victory via rear naked choke. Heath Herring wins here at Shockwave 2003. But again, a moral victory in my books for Giant Silva.
Yeah, he has my respect. That's one thing for sure. He has my respect.
And a good job for Heath Herring, but again, all the respect in the world for Giant Silva making his mixed martial arts debut. Heath Herring going to him at 35 seconds of the third and final round. Heath Herring scores the victory via rear naked choke at Shockwave 2003, and what a shocking match it was, Boss Ruben.
Yeah, and I told you, large people leave large openings, and that's why you can escape the back door. And 5 seconds later, he was escaping the back door, and he got his back, went for the choke, and hey, that's it. Heath Herring style, the same thing that he did with Tom Anderson. Here we go.
There we go. Catches the leg again, boss.
Wow, man, look at this. That's a lot of weight falling on you. Now watch what happens. He goes to the half guard, and then the Giant puts his arm around Heath's neck. Look, right now Heath could have turned him to the right for Heath. He could have turned him. I'm telling you, because he's got his leg locked here. But he escaped the back door, underneath the armpit, goes right into the choke. And yes, the Giant Silva knew it was on. It's actually not totally under, but I think that he was out of breath also. And he just took and he pulled his own jaw into his throat. And that was it.
Herring wins via submission, but Giant Silva proves to be a giant surprise at Pride FC's Shockwave 2003.
青コーナー181センチ 92.7 キロ MURILO Ninja!
Our next bout at Pride Fighting Championship Shockwave sees this man MURILO Ninja Hua at 5'9", 200 pounds, taking on AKIRA SHOJI at 5'6", 195 pounds. SHOJI, boss, has appeared in more Pride FC events than any other fighter and is coming off a knockout loss to MURILO Ninja's younger brother, Mauricio Shogun.
Yeah, I don't know what to think about this fight. They're both very energetic fighters. I see MURILO. I already saw MURILO right from the beginning when he started fighting. I thought this guy has all the potential to be the next champion. He's unstoppable, and that's what I mean. He is stoppable, but he will go and won't stop. He's
incredible striker.
Monster.
High kick. Body lock by Shoji. Going for the takedown into the open guard now of Ninja. Ninja, who is, of course, is a Shootbox Academy's #2 star right now. The big star being the middleweight champion, Wanderlei Silva. And in order for Ninja to be a champion, Well, he's going for the armbar right there, boss. And of course, the shootbox rules
He's going to stand up
preclude him
now. Watch this.
going for the guillotine. No Shootbox Academy teammates can fight each other, so Ninja will not be able to be champion until someone defeats Vanderlei Silva. And now looking for the guillotine is Ninja Hua on AKIRA SHOJI. SHOJI, of course, training with the AMC Pancration back in the States.
Yeah, and that's Matt Hume right there. And Matt Hume is a very good instructor. AKIRA SHOJI is doing a great job, but you watch, Ninja is escaping from strange positions. You watch. He slips out, he pushes up, bucks out, and suddenly he's on top. It's crazy.
Ninja Hua made his debut at Pride 16, knocking out Daijiro Matsui. His biggest victory of his career was beating Mario Sperry by decision at Pride 20. Sperry, later on tonight, will be taking on Yuki Kondo. Right now, working from an open guard is Ninja on the bottom, Shoji on the top. We'll be looking for a leg lock here. Shoji, nope, still trying to pass that guard. Ninja just as dangerous from the bottom, boss.
He's doing a real good job, you know. He's keeping his hands up, you know. If he makes one mistake, Shoji, he's going to push kick him away so he can stand up again. And you see, he doesn't give Shoji a chance to go to the side mount. Look, and he's doing damage already. Shoji's bleeding. And like I said, he will keep moving. See, non-stop. He doesn't stop. He just keeps moving. He's skipping his hips out again. Look, and he gets up. I'm telling you.
Back on their feet. Underhooks by Shoji. Knee delivered by Hua. And now they're along the ropes. Of course, Hua, a competent striker both on and off the ground, loves to use the knees and elbows, of course. Now looking for that body lock. He's got the underhooks, but Shoji trapping the arms. There's a right hand and a left that just misses.
Yeah, Shoji's bleeding. Nice combination here from Shoji. Short and stocky combination, but Ninja keeps going.
Oh, and a knee to the face, and that is it. Perhaps Shoji has been knocked out here in the first round by MURILO Ninja Hua. A knee straight through the guard, finds its mark, and he KOs Shoji just like little brother did at Pride Bushido.
I told you, man, this guy, he's got all the qualities to be the next middleweight champion. You watch.
A complete fighter is MURILO Ninja Hua. And at 2 minutes and 41 seconds, via knee knockout, MURILO Ninja records the victory here at Pride FC's Shockwave 2003.
Oh God, look here, here's AKIRA SHOJI. We have like 3 doctors into the ring to make sure 1, 4, 5, I counted them. Make sure that the fighter is safe and sound. MURILO walking over to Shoji.
And for AKIRA SHOJI.
And here we go, let's see this.
One has to wonder how much more he can take in his career now as that knee finds his eye. His left eye, and crashing to the canvas with Shoji, boss.
Yeah, that was a beautiful flying knee. Look at this. Boom. Yeah, those shootbox guys, man, their knees are so good. I think they have like 3 special sessions a week just about knees.
Definitely one of the fastest rising stars in Pride FC, MURILO Ninja. And again, you want more information about Ninja or any of your other favorite Pride FC competitors, all you have to do is log on to pridefc.com. And remember, fans in the United States of America, Pride FC is coming to the US very soon. And don't forget as well, when you go to pridefc.com, you can get caught up to all past Pride events and your favorite fights from the past by ordering Pride DVDs. The only place to do it is at pridefc.com. And AKIRA SHOJI, a bloody mess. And unfortunately for him, one wonders how much more he has left in his Pride FC tank, boss.
Yep, I don't know. This guy will grow and grow, and I don't know what AKIRA SHOJI does. He's got 3 losses in a row. I don't know if that's good.
He wants to go to the United States, open up a gym. I know that he has always built a fan following because of his fighting spirit. Perhaps he may want to go to the United States and think about opening that gym sooner than later.
Yeah, but what you need is a couple of wins here, a couple of wins in the United States, so you get a real good fan base, and that will help you a lot in opening a dojo. This is not the right way, but he's got the heart of a lion, and he will be back for sure.
You know, I did not You know that.
He's a liar. He can't sleep at night. That's why he's trying to get a rematch. And I'm ready to take it.
It was a lie. It was a lie, and I'll tell him on his face he's a liar. Tell him to fuck off.
Listen, there's a big fight coming up for you tonight because it's Shockwave. Last time Shockwave, it was a terrible decision. How are your feelings? What's going on inside your head right now?
I'm ready for whatever happens. Just let's go.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. I'm ready.
What do you think about Matt Hume being the referee?
It's more than fair. I'm Brazilian. He's Japanese. International competition should be a neutral referee. The referee is American.
Yeah, because we talked before, and you said about Yoshida, he was talking in his match against the referee, and it's not allowed in judo.
It's unfair. They both speak Japanese and I don't speak the language, and they're having a conversation during the match. So let's have a neutral referee.
Okay, so outcome, it doesn't matter, winning, losing, or it can go to a decision. It's no decision, by the way. It's going to be a draw automatically. What is next for you after this fight?
Man, only my coaches, my sparring partners know what I've been through to get ready for this fight. And getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning to go train. So the outcome, it's you win the fight in the training camp. That's what I said. So what's after? I don't know. Just do one at a time. Let's take care of this one first.
Take care of this one first, but do you think about retiring? Or do you say, no, I don't want to retire?
I'm not as old as you.
I'm better looking.
In 1993.
180cm、100kg。吉田
Hidehiko Yoshida, who made his MMA debut in that controversial bout at Shockwave 2002 against Royce. It's all come down to this, boss, and as you mentioned, the fight, 2 rounds, the first and second rounds, both 10 minutes, no extra rounds. The interval between each round will be 2 minutes. It will be a draw if the fight is unsettled after the second round. And here are some special stipulations. As you see, an impartial, neutral ref, Matt Hume from the United States. During the match, if the referee feels both fighters are inactive, doing it. No 4-point kick or knee on ground as well. And if there's no action for more than 60 seconds, the referee will give a yellow card to both fighters. After getting the yellow card, both fighters will be brought back to standing position. Here we go, boss.
Yes,
so full pride rules in this bout.
I think Royce is going to box. You watch. Box and kick. Punch and kick. It looks like he's been working on his hands. He's got a good defense. Look, inside low kick. What was that in the groin?
What is going on here?
Please.
Are we seeing some histrionics here? Or is this an injury? Royce Gracie has an incredulous look on his face. Hidehiko Yoshida appears to have been injured. Or are we Boss, this is incredible.
I don't know. I want to see the replay because I personally don't think it was in the groin. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Maybe it was.
Oh, yes, it was.
That's pretty high.
Yes,
Yep,
it was. Yes, it was.
Yep, it was in the groin. Okay, now.
Wow, wow, wow. That's not the way we wanted to see this bout begin. And see, I was watching Hoist. I thought that perhaps some gamesmanship was being played, but there's no doubt about it. Hoist Gracie with a kick to the groin. Unfortunately, already controversy here in the opening seconds of the second bout between Hoist Gracie and Hidehiko Yoshida.
Yep, what Hoist needs to do, he's kicking the low kicks real high. He needs to kick a little lower just to make sure. By Yoshida, we saw his striking ability against Vanderlei Silva in the middleweight tournament. Now he has his arm trapped. He can't go for a guillotine here. And the crowd begins chanting Yoshida's name. What can Hoist do right now? He's got to try to turn or get out, but it's very difficult because Yoshida's wearing a gi, and it gives a lot of connection. You can't slip out. It's like rubber, like sticking on your body. Already memorable. Hoist Gracie for the first time not wearing the gi. We saw that opening groin kick by Gracie to Yoshida, and now Yoshida continues to control Gracie. From now, Gracie going for what appears to be the armbar attempt. You see how Yoshida is so calm. Gracie's holding his sleeve, which is allowed, heels to the thigh. Very smart thing to do. People can laugh what they want, but I'm telling you, that's gonna hurt. Yoshida, of course, boss, much stronger than he was in the last fight with Gracie. Watch, they both can go for a leg lock now. Both. Yeah, Hoist should try to go for a heel hook. I would try. Yoshida. He's going for one. He's going for a heel hook. Hoist going for an Achilles pull. But that's the thing. It's not going to work from this side. No, he's going to slip out of this one. This is a painful move, but not a move that really can hurt something. Already you can put some damage on. Yoshida maneuvering out of there, boss. He should go for a toe hold right here. Yoshida can go for a toe hold right there. Instead, he's turning himself back into Gracie. Gracie turning around, looking for the submission. For a heel hook. He should go for a heel hook. Forget about the other submission. A heel hook is the best option right now. And one of the most lethal submissions in MMA. And Yoshida can make a heel hook on him right now too, because Hoist has his right foot underneath his left leg. So if Yoshida makes a heel hook right now on Hoist's left leg, Hoist can't roll out. He can't defend it. He's locking himself up right now. You bring up a very salient point, boss. Yoshida can make a heel hook right now, can't finish the move. Watch, if he's going to go for a heel hook, he can't finish the fight. Hoist cannot get out. He locked himself up right now, if Yoshida goes for it. Hoist is going for a heel hook right now. He's going for a heel hook. He needs to bend the leg. He needs to bend Yoshida's leg, because otherwise a heel hook is not effective. Not this one. The other one, the inverted heel hook, is effective. This is pretty much, this is better. Look, Yoshida just has to grab the heel, and he can finish the move right here. Why doesn't Yoshida fall back into that position and go for his own submission attempt? Now he can't go for a heel hook. I'm trying to pull out his leg, and I thought he should have done that moments ago. Now a shot there by Gracie. Yoshida content to stay in this position.
Very good, very good.
Now trying to pull out. Gracie has it sunk in there. Now Gracie striking from the bottom. Trying to keep Yoshida at bay. Nice right straights there. See, they connect every time. They glare off, but it's not connect. Now he should go for the heel hook. He should now go for the heel hook. The heel is all the way expand here. You know, look, he can grab it. Now he should do it. They're trying to pull out is Yoshida. And now again, he's going for an armbar. Armbar. Yoshida.
Leg triangle choke.
Triangle choke by
maybe.
Gracie Pratt, but Yoshida.
Yoshida is really good here on submission.
Now he's got his back. Trying to get the hooks in. Gracie grabs his arm, trying to shoulder roll him. Looking for the hooks is Yoshida.
There's nothing there, but he can transition.
No, armbar by Yoshida. An armbar attempt by Yoshida.
No, Gracie, masterful, returned the situation, reversed it, pushing himself to the center of the ring. He's going to try to escape now the half guard.
And boss, when it comes to submissions, really, it's all about controlling the body, is it not? I mean, that's without body control, you're not going to be effective with submissions.
No, yeah, it's all about, of course, the body control, but also a lot of head control. You see, now it's going to be very difficult to pull out the leg. First of all, Yoshida has Royce's foot hooked, but second of all, they're both wearing a gi pants, so they're not sweaty. You can't pull it out. This is what Royce should do. Punch to the ribs, punch to the head. He should start striking now.
In the half guard there of Yoshida.
Yoshida should try and sweep him to the left. Although that Royce can post out with his right arm, he
Popping
should
his head
still
out there
try.
is Gracie.
These are shots, those are better. Go for the body.
Showing some strikes there to the body.
Those strikes he should continue to do. He should continuously doing this until the referee is going to stand him up again.
And Matt Hume is mic'd, and he's asking both fighters to work to improve, or he's going to bring them to their feet.
Improve position.
Yeah, look, these shots are going to, these are shots that are adding up. Nice shots. He should break the rhythm up. He should give it 1, 2, maybe stop half a second, and then
Look at
watch this.
Sweep is Yoshida.
And he improved his position. He's almost in a mounted position now. Yoshida's still holding on to his leg, to Royce's leg, his left foot. If that's going to slip out, that's going to be trouble for Yoshida. Could be trouble for Yoshida.
Less than 3 minutes remain in round number 1. 2 10-minute rounds against special rules for this bout. Now, Gracie has his back and he's got the hooks in. Looking for the rear naked choke, perhaps.
Yeah, but with the gi and with the hands, it's virtually impossible. He can try to choke him with the gi, but not a rear naked choke. It's not going to happen.
Does he want to flatten him out here, boss? From this
I don't know.
position?
I would wail my punches all the way from the back, like Fedor does, and Pov Chenchin, all the way from the back and go full power. Full power.
Those aren't full power punches, are they?
No, but that's what I mean. He can't pull his arm all the way up. Why won't he do it?
Now Gracie is talking to the referee, which is humorous a bit, because I remember in our interview with Royce, that's one of his points of contention was that Yoshida was talking to the referee. He said that's not allowed.
Interesting position here. He can try to go for a gi choke. Rear naked is going to be very difficult.
Yep, gi choke
Those
is definitely
punches
a
don't do
possibility.
anything. He's okay. A figure four, a body lock.
Body lock, yes.
So that is very uncomfortable for Yoshida right now, I'm telling you. That body lock, you know, it's very difficult for you to breathe because it's pressing against your belly. I'm sure that Yoshida has been in that situation before, but you know, it's pretty tough. With the gi, it's very difficult for Royce to pull out his hands because, like I said, it's a grip. It's an extra grip. This is what Royce should do. More punch. 1 minute left.
Into the final 60 seconds of the opening round This long-awaited rematch between Royce Gracie and Hidehiko Yoshida. Trying to right the wrong, and both fighters wanted this rematch. And we are bringing it to you here at Shockwave 2003. And your thoughts thus far on this very much anticipated bout, boss?
I don't know. I give the first beginning, I gave it to Yoshida. Now I give everything to Royce. Royce is working. He's got the better position. Referee can't stop it, can't do anything. So I would say the finishing of this round would be in favor of Royce.
Royce definitely busier with the strikes. You have to give him that. And there is the end of round number 1. And like you say, strong start by Yoshida, but Royce Gracie coming on. And I would have to tilt that first round in favor of the Gracie legend. But as we know, no TKO rules, special rules, including doctor stop and referee stop. And if at the end of both rounds, it goes the distance, boss, it will be declared a draw, which then, putting El Guapo on the spot, will there be another bout, a rubber match of sorts?
Yeah, I don't know.
Will Royce Gracie be content if this ends in a draw?
No, I think that Royce really wants to finish this match. Of course, Yoshida wants to do the same thing, but I mean, there's a lot of pressure on Royce, both of them. Of course, look at the transitions they make, how fast everything goes, how they escape. It's an art what you're seeing going on here. It's a beautiful display of what submission fighting is.
And on the ground, judo and jiu-jitsu, very similar, boss. And I mean, let's face it, it goes back 50 years, as we mentioned, when Helio Gracie fought Masahiko Kimura in a match to prove who had the superior fighting style. And in fact, that surname, Kimura, very common now in mixed martial arts, because that's where it derived from. The gentleman who invented the move, Masahiko Kimura.
Okay, let's see what round number 2 is going to bring us. I really think that Royce should try to keep this fight on his feet and don't go to the ground and just outbox him and outkick him, outstrike him.
He said he would have a surprise. He said he would have a surprise for all the fans.
Yeah, he already did. He pulled out his key.
Of course, definitely. Without that was one surprise, which we had discussed, but he also said when it came to striking, he said he'd have a surprise for the fans.
He said, wouldn't that be something if I would knock him out?
Wouldn't it, though? Although Yoshida definitely impressed MMA fans around the world with his striking ability and his ability to take a punch against Vanderlei Silva at Final Conflict.
Oh, that is not good. He shouldn't go to the ground. Get up. He should get up. He should get up. He should get up.
Keep chasing him, Royce.
He should get up and punch and strike. That's punch and kick.
You're right, Inside the leg. Inside the leg. No switch. Inside the leg. Put some punches. Come back up. Put some punches inside the leg.
Both fighters still a little cautious in my estimation. Of course, you don't want anger to overtake you by any estimation. They're still very focused, although Royce Gracie remains much busier and active than Hidehiko Yoshida.
Hey, that's kind of a style that we saw Inoki do against Muhammad Ali, falling low kick.
And let's face it, Hidehiko Yoshida, coming off that grueling battle against Vanderlei Silva, has now
and the camera's going for a leg lock.
Leg lock here by Gracie.
Yeah.
Is Yoshida 100% healthy, boss?
I don't know. We asked him and he told us he was. So, but you
I'm
never
beginning
know.
to wonder.
Look, he's got the heel hook, but Yoshida's pulling the arm out. He really should pull everything he got now. Royce should.
And we're back to the same stance that we saw in round number 1. Referee Matt Hume right on top of all the action. Again, a neutral referee brought in especially for this bout. Matt Hume of the United States presiding over the rematch between Royce Gracie and Hidehiko Yoshida.
Royce should try to go for a toe hold right now. He should push him to the side, to the left side, push him on the ground, bend his leg, grab the toes, heel, make a toe hold.
But then I agree with what you said earlier. Why doesn't Yoshida try to do the same thing with the...
No, he can do it now right easy, yeah, real easy heel hook. And there's no defense against it. Royce couldn't defend it.
Deadlock, 1 minute. Deadlock, 1 minute.
Again, if the referee feels that nothing is going on for more than 60 seconds, he will